Hi guys, it's a beautiful morning right here on the farm, and we're having a few developments going on the farm. I mean, you can see the chicken houses right there in the background. You can see my house right here on the farm, and guys, I'm building something quite interesting, a grass thatched chilling area on the farm. I'm going to be showing you that in a while. But if this is your very first time on the channel, well, on this channel I talk about farming generally. If you want to start and build a farm, a sustainable farm, you actually want to make extra money, because I personally, when I started out, I was working as a doctor, but I needed an extra source of money. I decided to pursue the farming route, and interestingly, it actually ended up making me way more money than medicine, and I actually ended up quitting. So currently, you know, the main thing that I actually do is farming, and on this channel I share all about that. So if this is you and you're interested in it, come on, hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss out on any of my uploads. Anyway, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys, you know, what's happening around the farm, some of the work that I'm actually doing around the farm, some of the developments I'm doing on the farm, and actually my future plans for this farm. So stick around right through to the very end. So guys, I'll tell you something quite interesting. Yeah, I remember a while back when I was starting out farming, I had a dream. What was the dream? That someday I would probably have like a 1 acre farm where I do raise chickens, then grow some crops, and have my home there on a farm, enjoying myself inside there. I mean, a few years later, it's what? Over 5 years, just over 5 years, probably coming to 6 years, since I started my farm. I've way surpassed my dreams and visions and the things that, you know, I hoped for. Yeah, and the main reason I'm making this video is just to encourage you guys, yeah, just to make you understand that you can actually have dreams and make them happen. A lot of us, when we were younger, we had dreams and we had things that we actually wanted to do, and as we grew up, you know, we had the goals and the visions disappear, probably because we faced reality. So you enter the world and then you notice that maybe the reality is not as nice as you thought it would be. Maybe things are not as simple as you thought they would be. You know, things just get a little bit tougher. But of course, there is different reality. If you choose to believe stuff, if you choose to accept stuff, if you choose, you know, focus and follow through with your dreams and follow through with your goals. Yeah, I mean, all these things can actually come to reality. You see, something that I have learned over time is that the world is what you make it. And unfortunately, the way the current age is and the way people live is in such a way that we really take up the kind of lives that we see reflected on social media, yeah? And I mean, social media is sad, very sad. That is why I'm on social media, and I spend a lot of my time engaging on social media, but I spend most of my time actually creating, you know, trying to make sure that I change the narrative outside there and not consuming content, because consuming is really terrible. Most of the content outside there is really terrible. It's depressing, it is really sad, and I mean, I would rather not do it. So I've been blessed by God in that it's not like there's something so supernatural that happened in my environment that made me start to think a different way. But it was really good. Honestly, it was really good. I can't even explain it, you know, with anything. I mean, just the boldness for me to step out of my comfort zone and quit medicine and actually come and do farming. Just the ability to, you know, not waste my time trying to focus on the news or to see what people say on social media or to give a damn what people say about me, because I mean, someone like me who is certainly in the spotlight on, you know, on YouTube, on all these social media platforms, I get a lot of feedback from people, whether positive or negative, and I could choose to respond in my life based on how, you know, these people respond to me, but I choose not to do that, yeah, and I choose to focus on my goals and do the things that are important to me, and because of that, I've been able to accomplish way more than I could ever imagine. Anyway, enough of the ranting. Let me show you guys exactly what's happening around, yeah? So this is my house right here, as you can see. It's a small house, a farmhouse. I mean, I don't need a very huge house. What for, yeah? And then you can see the truck right there. I mean, it's a farm truck, yeah? And then you can see the scooter. I don't know if you guys do remember the scooter. This scooter, I bought it as a reward for myself after I culled one of my flocks, you know, after I offlaid them and things like that. Now, if you look here, we do have, you know, grass. So this is grass that I've been using to thatch a house. I mean, when I was younger or a while back, I dreamt of having a grass thatched house. So ideally, I would have had my house grass thatched, but I don't know, for some reason, of course, if you're building a house that's in this kind of design, then you're not going to thatch it. You know, you need to build a roof like this. So probably if I ever build another house, I'll probably, you know, make sure it's properly grass thatched. But this is certainly not a house to live in, but it's going to be like a chilling shed, yeah? So if you guys can see, I built it with poles. You guys can see the poles, yeah? So this is a wooden pole, eucalyptus, as you guys can see. So there's some guy walking around. We're trying to make sure we'll make the place leveled, as you can see. And it has been thatched very, very nicely. What do you guys think? No, it's not yet complete. As you can see, there's some like, you know, holes at the top. The guys are not yet done thatching. I think later on today, they're going to come back and continue with the thatching. Actually, this morning, yeah? Probably by the time I get done with the video, the guys won't have arrived, but you can see some of the grass that we are using for thatching. I'll tell you something I learned about thatching. One thing I learned about thatching is that, number one, the guys don't thatch when it's very hot. When it gets really hot, the grass gets hard and I would say brittle. Yeah, it gets brittle, and so it becomes quite difficult to use it. Yeah, so I mean, it can't get compacted. It becomes a problem for the guys to use. So currently, the guys have actually told me that, you know, you need to make sure it's moist. So I mean, on a day like this, where it's a bit cloudy, in the morning we had a drizzle. This is like the perfect time to thatch. I don't know why they haven't come very early. Maybe they have become complacent towards the end. But yeah, I mean, the thatch looks really nice. What do you guys think? Yeah, it looks really, really nice. I do have a jackfruit tree here. For some reason, it has still survived, you know, being destroyed with the building. Look at the ladder. It's just next to it. Anyway, for today's work, the goal is going to be to pour concrete down there. So that's why you see that guy, you know, trying to flatten out the area. So we're going to be pouring concrete right down there. That's going to be the goal. And then after that, I mean, of course, we'll have to sand the poles and then, you know, paint them with wood preservative or things like that. And then you can see this is the stones and we have sand there that we're going to be using. Right here, I'm going to be placing a fireplace, guys. Yeah, so we're going to be having a very beautiful fireplace. I mean, right now it properly looks ramshackle. Now, this is a guava plant. You can see it. You can see that we do have guavas. Yeah, so this is a guava plant and I'm going to keep it right here, but around it, I'm going to surround it. I'm going to have a fireplace. So I'm going to dig around. Yeah, I have other guava plants. I think there's another one right there. You guys can see it. And this is maize. So I planted maize around the area. But after this season, I'm going to remove all the maize and, you know, all the crops. And I'm just going to plant grass around the area. Yeah. So this whole area all around is just going to have grass so that it's clear and nice. Of course, I'm going to keep all the trees. So I'm not going to cut any of the trees. I'm going to keep, you know, all the beautiful trees that we do have here. I planted a lot of other fruit trees inside there. Of course, we do have eggplants currently, but the eggplants are going to go away. Yeah, the eggplants are going to go away and we're going to keep it looking neat and beautiful around here. Yeah, you guys can see my dogs. Hi, Aura. Come on. You can see Aura right there. Hello. Hi, how are you? How are you, Aura? What's up? What's up? What's up, Aura? Come on, come on. Come on. Aura right here. So this is Aura. She's a Belgian Malinois. And over there is Ami, you know. Ami is a German Shepherd. You can see him right there. Anyway, so, I mean, all this maize is going to go away. Now, if you guys have been following me just for a while, you would remember that initially I didn't have plans of like planting grass around this area because, I mean, I just wanted to keep gardens. Yeah, what's the purpose of, you know, utilizing all this space for just grass when you could grow crops around? But I mean, my mindset has now changed, especially now that, you know, there is kids involved, a family involved. When they do come around, I want them to, like, you know, just spend time around, running around, playing around and all these things. And currently there's nothing like that all around the farm. Yeah, so this side there's like chicken houses. This side, of course, I do have a house, but there's like a very small, tiny space. Here there is gardens. There's nothing to play with. And, you know, kids do love to play. So I thought to myself, I'm going to just, you know, remove and clear all this. I'm going to place grass. Again, like I've said, I'm going to keep the trees so that, you know, they can play around the trees. And, you know, we can have fruits and we can have shade and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to plant grass right here. And, you know, the one thing that I also got to learn as I grew up is that it's adulting to change. But it's not only adulting, it's being responsible to change. You know, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing if you're just rigid. If your entire life is about being rigid and you're fixed and you know you never adapt to things, then you have a really sad, terrible life. Yeah. So you guys can see here we have a concrete mixer. It's being covered with tarpaulin. It's what we are using to, you know, build. You guys can see the chicken houses in the background right there. And this is our feed store. Yeah. And I mean, I do have another plan. Yeah. So this is one of the chicken houses we have. We have another one right there, and we have a third one right besides this one. Yeah, you can see it there in the distance. So I want to place a fourth chicken house right here, you know, to be just parallel to that one. And the plan was to, you know, build it probably in the next 1 month or something like that. Build it over there. But the plan has changed, yeah? And the reason the plan has changed is because of what's inside this feed store. So this is our feed store, guys. And guys, recently the feed prices have gone quite high. I mean, the markets are quite crazy. Sometimes the feed prices go really high, then the prices of eggs drops, because currently, for example, the price of eggs has dropped. It's not unprofitable, but it has dropped, so the profit is way less than, you know, I hoped I would get. But the feed prices have really risen. And if only I had stored more feeds inside the store, that's not something I would even give a damn about. I wouldn't complain about anything like that. You know, I would have my feed and everything like that. But I hoped that the prices would come down, and I made a mistake with that. So right now I'm going to concentrate on, you know, when the prices drop, I'm going to concentrate on keeping as much maize as possible in my feed store. And what that means is that, you know, I can't get to build another chicken house as soon as I would have hoped. Yeah. So the way I've been doing my farm is that, you know, I get all the profit and put it back into the business. That's it. Yeah. I never take money out of the business. I don't do anything else. Yeah. Not taking money out of the business. Get all the money, place it back into the business. Get all the money, place it back into the business. That's it. Nothing else. So because of that, I mean, first of all, the farm has grown much quicker. But I mean, I don't have money to enjoy. Yeah, I don't have money to enjoy my stuff. Now, for a lot of you guys, you would imagine that I'm actually enjoying, because I mean, there's stuff happening, there's new things I'm building around, everything is expanding, and that's the key to expanding, you know, using as much of the money to build the farm as possible. So I have decided to grow a bit slower. That's by not building a chicken house, and just wait, utilize the money, you know, all the profit that comes out to actually store maize. And maybe I might be, you know, 2 months late, 1 or 2 months late in terms of the restocking of the farm. But it's better. I mean, I don't have to hustle and worry when the prices, you know, go up of the maize, because currently I think I'm paying like 1,200 for maize. The people who are paying 1,500 now, I'm talking about it in Ugandan shillings, but I mean, you can see the contrast. And a while back, I could have paid 700. Yeah, some people are paying 1,500. That's twice the price. Yeah, so if I had done that, I would certainly have saved. So I'm going to make sure that, you know, this time I don't make the same mistake. Yeah, don't make the same mistake, Daniel. Don't. You know, you need to keep reminding yourself of this stuff. Yeah, a lot of times these are the reasons why, you know, I learn these things, implement them, but then, you know, a time comes where you have a particular pressure. For example, the reason I didn't buy maize is because I stocked 2 flocks next to each other. I mean, one flock is like 23 weeks, another one is like 14 weeks. That's a 10-week difference. I didn't really need to do that. You know, I could have made it an 18-week difference. But because I decided to do that, it simply meant that I didn't have money to buy a bit more feed and stock it. And what that led to is exactly this, you know, this exact position that I'm in right now. Yeah. So those are the issues. But I mean, it was about trying to compromise one thing over the other. I mean, both of them are going to strike me. But which of the two can I deal with in this situation? Yeah, that's it. So I'll show you guys another plan that I do have. So right here again is our feed store. This is like the back side. Yeah, this is the road that enters the farm, as you guys can see it. And this is like the back side. And as you can see, I do have a plantation right here. I planted Grevillea trees. They've grown really quick. It's just over a year since I planted them, but see how quickly they have grown. You can see that I do have a banana plantation here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to sacrifice some of these banana plants, probably as far as, you know, as far as this maybe 7 plants are going to be sacrificed, yeah. And the plan is that I'm going to place a kitchen right here for the guys, and also a place, you know, where they can sit and relax, maybe watch TV, maybe, you know, do other things right here, because I mean, they don't have anything like that. And of course, the reason they don't have TV is because I've been busy concentrating on other things. I also personally don't watch TV. I think watching TV is a terrible thing, but anyway, they're not all like me, so I can't enforce on them my principles. So we'll probably build a shed over here or something like that where they can sit and, you know, watch TV and enjoy themselves sometime when they're off. Yeah, that's it. We'll keep the rest of the plantation right here. Yeah, look at this. Oh, this is like yellow bananas. Oh, looks really beautiful. It's yellow bananas, and then we have cassava inside. I don't know if this cassava is mature enough. I feel like eating cassava. Yeah, you guys can see it. We also have more guavas inside here. We're walking through the garden, guys. Yeah, and then this is more yellow bananas. You know, the big ones right here. And finally, guys, here is our tank stand. Yeah, so you guys do remember we are building a concrete tank stand. You can see it right here. Yeah, so this is our concrete tank stand that's going to be carrying 20,000 liters of water. 20,000. So the guys are busy, you know, tying the beams at the top and stuff like that. I think they're finished with the beam. They are tying the slab, you know, right there at the top. I don't want to go climb, but it's going to be 6 meters high. It's going to supply all, you know, the tanks that we do have on the other side of the farm. And this other place, we can maybe plant some crops or things like that, you know, and utilize it for other things in the future. Yeah, it's quite big. And you can see our tuk-tuk right there, trying to gather, you know, some firewood and things like that we can use for cooking. So yes, those are the plans I do have for the farm. I mean, all of them are exciting, yeah? The tank stand is going to save me water because I'm going to pump all the water into the tanks that are going to be at the top right there. And then I'm going to save on the water bills. I'm going to have a really cool place for me to chill, you know, on the farm with the grass shed that I do have. And I can have a nice compound and beautiful place for, you know, the kids to play when they come around, run around. It's going to be so freaking beautiful. I'm so excited about it. Tell me what you think about this video, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I might answer some of them. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.